Probably how long they belong to the game and how much they have to pay. So which depends on the other? The cost depends on how many months. So Y depends on X. So Y is your total cost. X is the number of months. Okay, so let's look at Rachel first, because it asked me for Rachel. So I know Rachel paid $75 registration fee and has to pay $25 per month. So that means her cost is going to be, how much did she initially pay? $75. Plus, she has to pay $25 every month. So it looks like that. What about Sarah? Sarah pays $15 registration fee and pays $35 per month. So, Y, her total amount that she pays, equals her registration fee plus 15 for every month. So she starts by paying $35 plus she has to pay $15 every month. So 15 times the number of months. 15 times X. Okay. My mom works at a rental car company. She gets paid $400 a month plus 20% of her sales. So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about how much she's getting paid. Depends on how much she sells. So Y depends on X. So her income is going to depend on how much she's sold. So she gets paid $400 no matter what. Plus, she gets 20% of her sales. Okay, what about this next one? Cell phone company charges $39.99 per month plus 10 cents per text message. Write an equation. So what depends on what? Your total bill is going to depend on how many texts you send. So Y depends on X. So my total bill is going to be, I got to pay the $39.99, otherwise they shut my phone off, plus 10 cents for every text message. What about this one? Drew has $530 in his bank account and spends $15 each week. Hopefully you know that the total in his account, however much money he has, depends on how many weeks it's been. Right? So Y is the total in his account, depends on the number of weeks. So his total is going to be how much he started with, and he spends $15 each week, so he's losing $15 for every week. Okay, next one. Guido starts a tattoo business near Culver. He had to borrow $2,600 to get started. He's going to charge $60 for a tattoo. Write an equation for the total amount of money he has. So the total money depends on how many tattoos he sells. So y is the total he has, depends on number of tattoos. So y equals, how much money does he start with? If he had to borrow $2,600, does he have $2,600? Not really, he had to borrow it. So he's got a negative $2,600. He's in debt to someone, $2,600. But he charges $60 for a tattoo, so is that money that he gets to keep? Yeah, once he pays off that debt, $60 for every tattoo. Okay, what about this one? Post office charges $6.75 to mail an item. It's an additional $1.25 for each pound over 5 pounds. So this one's kind of tricky. Hopefully you're recognizing that the total that you are going to have to pay depends on how heavy, right? So y, the total that you're paying, depends on how heavy, or maybe we can say the number of pounds. Over 5 pounds, right? Because if it's under 5 pounds, I just have to pay $6.75. So my total is going to be, I got to pay $6.75 plus I have to pay $1.25 for every pound over 5 pounds. Alright, last one. Miss Daly began the year with 78 pencils in the pencil box. Each week she loses 2 pencils. Write an equation. So what depends on what? The number of pencils that I have depends on the number of weeks. Y depends on X. And it's always Y depends on X. So my total number of pencils is going to be however many I started with minus 2x. And it's minus because I'm losing pencils, right? I'm not gaining them, I'm losing them every week. Alright, hopefully those examples have helped. And if we need more, perhaps we'll do some more.